slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love.
What you just saw, was that skill or something else? For years, this has been the question at the heart of Call of Duty Warzone. But here in 2025, the line between god tier talent and sophisticated cheating has become almost impossibly blurry. What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that just won't go away. Cheating in Warzone. It feels like we've been having this conversation forever, but now the game has changed. Activision's Ricochet anti-cheat is supposed to be smarter than ever, using machine learning to detect unnatural behavior. Yet the cheating problem feels more insidious, more prevalent, and more professional than ever before. And at the center of this storm are the creators, the very people who entertain us, who we watch for hours on end. Today we're going to talk about the state of hacking in 2025 and discuss the ongoing allegations surrounding some of the biggest names in the community, including Nadia, Joel, and Zlanner. So what does cheating even look like in 2025? Forget the rage hackers from Verdansk days who would fly around in cars, mowing everyone down. The new generation of cheats is all about subtlety. We're talking about sophisticated software, some of which is now marketed as being AI enhanced. These aren't just your standard aimbots and wall hacks anymore. Modern cheats offer humanized aim assistance. Now, imagine an aimbot that doesn't instantly snap to a target's head. Instead, it might apply a subtle corrective force to your aim, almost like a super-powered aim assist. Aimbots now use complex calculations to mimic human error, making their movement less robotic. For example, instead of a perfect linear path to the target, the aim might follow a Bezier curve, creating a more natural arc. On top of that, wall hacks are now smarter. They're not always on. Some software can be toggled to not only reveal enemy positions under certain conditions, like when they make a sound or when you're aiming down sights. They can even provide predictive data on enemy movement using basic kinematic equations, like predicting a player's final position based on their initial position, their velocity, and time. Yep, we finally get to use those school skills, right? This makes them incredibly difficult for anti-cheat and human reviewers to spot. Well, sort of. Although Ricochet has gotten better, it's banned millions of accounts, but it's a constant arms race. For every cheat developer that gets shut down, 2 more pop up, offering private subscription-based cheats that are harder to detect. And that brings us to the big money world of streaming. When millions of dollars in tournament winnings, sponsorships, and viewers are on the line, the incentive to gain an edge is huge. This has led to years of skepticism aimed at top tier players. Let's start with one of the most polarizing figures in the scene, Nadia. Her rise in 2022 was meteoric, but so was the controversy surrounding her. By 2025, she's still a massive streamer, but the cloud of suspicion has never truly left. The arguments against her have remained consistent. Critics point to clips where her aim appears to stick to targets through walls, her seemingly perfect centering when coming out of a sprint, and a general lack of surprise when encountering enemies in odd locations. While she has denied all allegations and even streamed from a controlled environment at the Call of Duty headquarters, for a large part of the community, the evidence is too overwhelming to ignore. Her defenders argue she's just incredibly talented, with insane game sense, and that the constant scrutiny is unfair and born from misogyny. The debate is as fierce today as it was years ago. Next up, Joel. Known for his movement and aggressive W key playstyle, the man is undeniably cracked at the game, but that's where the questions begin for some. The main suspicion around Joel revolves around what people call information. In countless clips, he seems to have an uncanny awareness of enemy positions, often pre-firing corners or navigating buildings with a level of confidence that viewers find well, suspicious. Skeptics will slow down his gameplay and point to micro corrections and movements where he seems to track players that he shouldn't be able to see or hear. They argue it's not a hard aimbot, but subtle information cheats. Those smart wall hacks we talked about. Joe has always laughed off the accusations, attributing his skill to thousands of hours of playtime and pure game sense. His fans agree, stating that his movement is just too fluid and his reactions too genuine to be faked. And finally, Zlanner. Zlanner. Who cares? A longtime titan of the Warzone scene, Zlanner has faced accusations for years, often centered on his incredible recoil control and seemingly perfect tracking. The argument against him is that his aim appears to be, well, too perfect, almost robotic at times. Clips are frequently dissected on forums like Reddit, where users analyze his mouse movements frame by frame. One of the most famous pieces of evidence against him was a clip from years ago where a supposed cheat menu, or CSS, briefly flashed on his screen. While he claimed it was from a graphics program and even tried to recreate the incident for many, the damage was done. In 2025, every single high kill game he drops is immediately placed under a microscope.
Whoa. Okay, Z. Okay. I understand the accusations.
You won't snipe this guy in his face.
That's a headshot, by the way. If this wasn't the f***ing rank mode, that's a headshot. Woo!
I say just win the game.
Other famous streamers such as Nick Merckx have actually pointed out that there's variations with professionals and cheaters. For example, professionals who are able to play consistently very well at home as well in other areas such as LAN parties are legit professional players. However, players such as Zlanner are actually good at home because they use cheats, but when it's actually important and they play in other areas, such as when they played for the Warzone tournament for Optic, they were actual trash. His supporters maintain that he is simply one of the best players in the world, a veteran of the franchise who has mastered its mechanics. They argue that at his level of play, what looks robotic to an average player is simply peak muscle memory and precision. So what's the endgame here? This constant state of suspicion has consequences. It creates a deeply toxic environment. Every new talented player is immediately labeled a cheater. It devalues legitimate skill and makes it impossible to celebrate amazing gameplay without a hint of a doubt. It almost damages trust in Activision when players see potential cheaters thriving with massive platforms and even participating in official Call of Duty events. They question whether the anti-cheat is truly effective or if there's a whitelist for popular creators, something Activision has always denied. This uncertainty drives average players away. Why grind to get better when you feel that the top of the ladder is fraudulent? Why play at all when you can't trust whether you were outplayed or just beaten by a piece of software? Look, the truth is, without seeing their full PC task manager and program files in a truly controlled environment, we may never know for sure. This video isn't about declaring anyone guilty, sort of. It's about examining a massive ongoing issue that's defining the Warzone experience in 2025. The technology for cheating is evolving and our ability to detect it is struggling to keep pace, creating a crisis of faith in the community. So, I want to turn the question over to you. What do you think? After all these years, do you believe these big name streamers are cheating? Or are they just so good it looks like hacks? And what can Activision do to finally restore trust in the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this discussion and want more deep dives into the world of gaming, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Also, check out the description box below so you can learn more about the channel, including my current upload schedules, as well as other important information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.